Everybody, we are back. It is Saved Online's favorite Raiders podcast, favorite Raiders channel, favorite Raiders everything. We are back. You guys already know what to do. Hit the subscribe button, subscribe. Hit the like button if you like it. Hit the dislike button if you don't like it. Leave a comment if you like it. Leave a comment if you don't like it. Also follow us on Twitter at the Mark John NFL for me, at mholder95 for Matt, and then we know Glenn shows up at Glenn Rockney for Glenn. So it's time, Matt. It's finally here. It's the day. It's draft day. It's draft weekend, right? We got Marvin Harrison. I think it's Marvin Harrison looking really cool right now on the TV. And we're going to be going here probably at least a little bit after the Raiders pick. Probably at least, I don't know about the whole first round. We'll be sitting here. I mean, the Raiders trade back up. It's always a possibility, I guess. We'll follow the quarterbacks here. If Penix gets taken, we'll probably be done after that. Wherever Michael Penix goes. If Michael Penix keeps falling, I'll stay. Let's just say that. All right, guys. So, any thoughts, Matt, before the draft starts?
Not too many. I think it's kind of still a mystery what the Raiders are going to do. I think you hit the nail on the head. Like if Penix slips past 13 and they even pass, it's definitely worth sticking around and seeing if they end up making that trade back. I don't know. I still kind of feel like just thinking about it more with how much Pierce and even Tom Telesco has talked about how they feel like they do have a roster to compete. I just have a hard time buying that they're going to mess around with the quarterback situation, and I feel like they're just going to take their guy that they want at 13, even if it is a reach. So I don't know. I know the report came out today. I think Vic said they wouldn't consider Penix at 13, but we'll see. It's wild. I feel like we're getting some late drama too. I think I saw the Vikings were struggling to trade up earlier today, and they might have taken Byron Murphy at 11, which tells me maybe they don't like the quarterback situation past JJ McCarthy or anything like that, I don't know. Patriots seem like they're sticking and picking at 3, so got the Jaguars maybe trading up. Same with the Rams, so it's wild. It seems like we're in for an eventful night.
Yeah, I think so too, man. It's gonna be a crazy night. Because also I think a lot of people are gonna be wrong. I think most of the time all the buzz we hear is wrong, anyways. So, and then everybody knew the buzz after the draft. That's how the draft coverage usually goes. They knew everything about it before. But, they knew nothing before they get right. But after, we knew all that was going to happen. So, because, the Patriots are going to be interesting. I think people are saying it's a foregone conclusion. They're going to take a quarterback. We don't, that's where the shakeup of this draft is what the Patriots do. Because I think the Patriots might throw us a wild card and just stay and take some player that we didn't even think of or something like that. And, or take Marvin Harrison or something crazy like that. I don't know. We'll see how the draft goes. But it's going to be interesting. I think the first 2 picks will definitely be quarterbacks, though. And it all tells us a lot who's going to be the number 2 quarterback, though. What are your thoughts, Matt? What are your thoughts if it's JJ McCarthy? What would you think of that?
I would be pretty shocked. I like JJ McCarthy, and I would still be pretty surprised by that. But at this point, I could see a team convincing themselves. I just don't know if it's the Commanders. Would he fit with what Cliff Kingsbury likes? I feel like Cliff wants at least a little bit of a runner, and I know McCarthy's not a bad athlete, but that's not his game. Cliff Kingsbury was brought in, I felt like, to coach Jaden Daniels.
Yeah.
That's ultimately what I get the inkling for, and the way once the way the Commanders have approached the offseason, where they've brought in a lot of veterans that they clearly want to come in and compete. I think you go with the guy that you think's more pro ready, which would be Jaden Daniels. So I don't know. I still don't know how it wouldn't be Jaden Daniels, I guess, at this point.
Yeah. You would think it would be. I don't know. Maybe if he messed up the Alpha group meeting, man. Maybe he messed it up. The Alpha meeting.
I don't know. What's more alpha though? Is it being pissed off at the fact that you're not the number 1 guy, or being like Drake May and being it was cool to hang out with my buddies? I feel like the alpha guy would be oh, I'm pissed off because of this.
Yeah, maybe that might be a little bit of a way to look at it. Or you could look at it did you take over the group, or did you stand out? Or you
were you a leader? Were you
some corporate
not
leadership?
Afraid to compete? Were you not afraid to compete in Top Golf? That's the level of analysis we're getting here today.
Yeah. But seriously, it's basically those group work interviews and stuff like that. So, where did you stand out? The teamwork, kind of leadership type of stuff. So it's going to be interesting. The alpha bristles. What is an alpha? What hasn't proved anything? Yeah, I mean, alpha is it's a weird term anyways. It's just for, it's kind of military.
Yeah. It's would be the most Gruden Mayock pick at 13. Who would be the reach?
Who would be the reach? Who would be a reach?
I feel like it would be an O lineman and it would be a reach.
It'd be an O lineman, be a reach. They would. I don't know. I want to say Bo Nix.
I can see that. I can see that. Yeah, I can see the Bo Nix pick.
Gruden would love Bo Nix. He does a great slant. All the short passes Gruden could do with Bo Nix, man.
Yeah, that's for real.
They would take Guyton. That's what it would. Or they would trade up to get Joe Alt, because that is the ultimate Tom Cable guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Joe Alt, the tall guy with long arms, and trying to switch him to right tackle.
I mean, I laugh about Bo Nix, but he'd probably be good with Gruden. Gruden would find a way. Gruden would do play pretty damn well. Find some kind of way to make it happen. So something, I don't know. Lots of slants. Keep Hunter Renfrow. Do all those things. I don't know. Because
I can see that. I can see that. Hold on. Sorry, I'm still pulling up the draft here.
Anybody from Clemson, yeah, or he would take
Nate Wiggins,
Tyler Davis, 13.
Tyler Davis at 13, the undersized defensive tackle.
Tyler Davis, bro, something like that, or the running back. Who's the running back? I forgot the running back. He's not that bad on film though, actually. Will Shipley. Somebody says Shannon Stroh to trade up to 4. Oh, Jeremiah Trotter. There you go. Jeremiah Trotter would be the pick at 13.
Trotter.
Yeah, man. That'd be interesting. Yeah. Jeremiah Trotter. Or, I mean, what Alabama's got? Dallas Turner? I mean, Terry Arnold would be your pick. Let's just keep it real. It'd be Terry Arnold. Number 1. That'd be a Mayock guy. That's a Mayock.
Which, actually, the only reason why I say is no is because that pick would actually make sense. It wouldn't be I don't think that pick would be a reach. I feel like they would go after some obscure offensive tackle that we're not considering. That would be a second or third. That's what I was going for, the Alex Leatherwood type pick.
Yeah,
that was kind of my thought. But Terrion would fit the physical corner that likes to play against the run. Like Gruden would love that guy. I feel like.
Yeah,
and almost that he's undersized in that regard.
Yeah, there's Kingsley. Kingsley's arms are too short, I believe, though. We need the big, long. Oh, Mims. That's who it would be.
Mims, yeah, the project.
It would be Mims, bro, for sure.
The inexperienced project.
But he's humongous. He's just a Tom Cable guy. Tom Cable will be salivating at Mims. Maybe I can even move him to guard. It'd be Mims, man. Somebody asked about Telesco. What are your thoughts on Telesco going to this draft? He said the Chargers were 5-12 last year. But I mean, Justin Herbert did get hurt. And there was a lot of, Mike Williams got hurt. But Telesco, he has a lot of history. That's the thing that when you can really go after Telesco, is he got 10 years of drafting. You know what I mean? There's just so much tendencies, and I don't think he's going to change from those tendencies at all in this draft. I think this draft is going to be what we think, man. I don't think it's going to be too crazy. I don't think it's going to be a reach. I don't know if he's ever had a reach. Let's say that. I mean, besides maybe Kenneth Murray, but Kenneth Murray was just the first round. I mean, he was supposed to go first. He had first round buzz at least. But other guys in the first round, like Zion Johnson, we all expect him to go at guard first round there. Derwin James, Mike Williams. I mean, keep going down the line. We all
Johnson.
Yeah, Quentin Johnson. We all expected those guys to be first rounders, right? Not a shock. There's no shocks in my opinion. I don't think we're going to be shocked that much. So that's going to be the interesting part of it. And even if somebody falls, I think the Derwin James pick is so interesting to me because of that type of guy falls to him, who we take. You know, the only reach I can really think of is him taking Newton from Illinois at 13. I think Raiders fans would love that though, but I think the media would like say, "Oh, that's a reach," this type of thing. But he's like the ultimate defensive tackle for him, so that would be the reach for me.
But would he do that after signing Christian Wilkins to a 4-year deal?
Yeah, exactly. That's why it wouldn't make any sense. That's why it's a reach and everything.
Yeah. Okay. Now I see where you're going from.
Yeah.
What's the situation like that you could see Telesco, the reach that you can see Telesco making? Now I see what you're talking about.
Yeah. Because if he decides to go that route, right, or something like that, that's where I see it as a reach, where it's not like something like a position of need, like it could be a wasted position, but it's not a bad player, right? It's still a guy who has great potential, but it's like, why would you do that? You know what I mean? Like you know what I mean?
It's a reach, a reach in the sense that like he's probably not he's not like the best player available and doesn't fit a need. I see where the angle you're going from, but he fits the profile. So
exactly. We got
we know we in business when we got Eminem on the stage now.
Oh, Eminem's on the stage? Oh yeah. Yeah, Eminem he just decided to look like the Mariah Carey video with Obsessed, the Obsessed video she made about him. He decided he made that. He just went for that look ever since. I don't know, man. He should go back to blonde and stop rapping fast. That's what I would say if I would say anything to Eminem in person. Stop rapping fast, please. Thanks. All right. Any other?
Don't take our Jackie Robinson away from us. All right.
Don't take our Jackie Robinson. Oh man. All right. What we got? Any other questions here? I'd like to take a wide receiver in the third. Anyone else? What do you think about this?
I mean, I think I talked about it too. I'd like Johnny Wilson in the third. I feel like the only one thing is like I do think like if we're looking at if they're trying to get 3 starters, then your 3 open starting spots are at corner, quarterback, and offensive line, and wide receiver. Like you'd get a guy that's going to be a role player that's going to come off the bench in year one. But I wouldn't mind like I talked about Johnny Wilson. I covered him. I like him a lot and connections to AP. I wouldn't mind getting a receiver in the third round like that. Especially one that you can stretch the field a little bit. And if you do get a guy like Penix who can bomb it down there, and we talked about with Getsy, he's got a pretty unique, pretty interesting, vertical passing attack that I think could help unlock it. I wouldn't mind it, but I just kind of get the feeling that if you're trying to walk away with this from 3 starters, that's not the position that you're going to go at. 3 week 1 starters, I should say, like immediate starters. But I wouldn't mind it, especially with how deep this class is at wide receiver and how many guys that seem to be in that round that could potentially contribute. I don't know about you.
Yeah. I think wide receiver, I think it's a little bit of a deeper position. And I think that they'll take that route because, like I said, I think they might like Brendan Rice, somebody like that can kind of maybe be that 4th guy and who doesn't have to start right away and then eventually can develop into something that they really like. Because I don't know if they'll do that. We'll see what they do with in the 3rd round, the 4th round, because I really feel like they got to go corner there or like guard or something like that. I feel like those would be the best value positions at that point in time. I feel like there's gonna be some good players at corner that will fall there. Like, I love Renardo Green. So, I'll talk about him. That's a big fan. So, we'll see where he goes. There's not a lot of buzz around him. I talked about Max Melton a little bit. So those type of guys that might be in that range. Yeah. Some people say that, what's his name? Max Melton's in somebody's top 50, like Matt Miller or something like that. But I don't know if that really means anything. Doesn't mean he's going to go. Everybody thinks he's going to go.
Yeah. He's smaller too, so I feel like he could be a guy that's available in the 3rd round. But yeah, I definitely like. There seemed to be like a decent cluster of 3rd round corners that you could get. Like Cam Hart from Notre Dame would be a good dude too. This is dude from Auburn, DJ James. Is that his name? I feel like he's a good player. There's like a few corners in that 3rd round category that like could be decent players, just not necessarily the alpha the Raiders are hoping for to walk away. But I mean, finding an alpha at any position beyond the 1st round is going to be difficult. So
yeah. Because that might sorry, I'm about to say another play that might reach on is like DJ James or something like that corner because he's the perfect size. He's right there at 44. You know what I mean? So, but yeah.
I was curious about this since we got the first round coming up and Bears are already on the clock right now. I thought this was kind of an interesting point that Raiders Twitter's favorite writer Josh Dubow pointed out. Like the argument for not taking Penix or Penix not being worth a 13th pick, but being worth trading back into the first, where you'd have to give up like a third round pick, like that brought up like a pretty damn good point. Like with I was thinking that kind of circling back to my point earlier of like why mess around at the quarterback position? Be like, if Penix isn't worth 13, is he worth giving up a third round pick for? You know what I mean? Like that logic where I feel like kind of poke holes a little bit in like that thought process. So I was curious, what do you think? Like, would that be like, I know we both kind of like said like them trading back into the first round could be a possibility, but would that make that much sense to not to risk again, not being able to get that guy and then still just giving up more picks to get him at a later spot?
Yeah, because I mean, you'd have to give up at least a fourth.
Yeah.
I mean, because you don't have to give up the third, but you do have to give up a fourth and a fifth to equal up to you do the draft value chart to equal up straight up, right? To that value. So the best thing is to do is to give up a third and then move up. But I mean, you can also give up picks for the in 2025 too, and see how that works. And that's up to the GM how he fixes that and try to works that. But I mean, because you'd rather lose a third round pick in 2025 or a second round pick in 2025 or something like that to move up to get a quarterback. But if they like him, I mean, it depends on what position they take in the first round.
Yeah.
If they go tackle, right, then I feel better about them trading up. I do, because then we'll figure it out. They got Malcolm Kuntz, they got Christian Wilkins, they got Max Crosby. I think they'll be able to rush the passer a little bit, and then we'll work the secondary out a little bit. We'll maybe go find a veteran that's out there right now, plug him in, and then make it happen at corner. But I think if they go tackle, if they go corner first round, then if they trade up for quarterback, and then they go, we're in trouble. I do like Thayer Munford, but I still think they could upgrade that position and get better there and have kind of a left tackle and a right tackle that are really good. So
yeah. And plus, I keep saying it too. Like, if you draft a right tackle, you can put Thayer Munford in at guard and at least have him and like Cody Whitehair compete for that last starting spot.
Yeah, for sure.
If you get a tackle early, you can kind of kill two birds with one stone a little bit. But
yeah. All right, Killer is on the phone already. Before we get into this, I got to pay the bills here. So I'll pay the bills. We're doing a giveaway with Panda Subs. So Panda Subs, TDL NHL Draft giveaway. Whenever $100 in products from Panda Subs, 2 lucky interests will be selected to win the following: 1 custom Panda Shaker, Fuel Premium Protein, Focus Newt Tropic. I like the sleeper stuff. The Newt Tropic I've never tried. The Fuel Premium Protein is pretty damn good though. I have tried that one. Go to Twitter, like my post that I made of that earlier, or make sure you're following at Panda Subs and at TDL.Raiders or at Tape Don't Lie Raiders on TikTok or Instagram, and then tag as many friends as you like in the comments, and we'll choose the winners on Monday. Also, I got another thing here. Make sure I got to pay these bills, man. So hold up.
You
good? Also, use the code DRAFT. You get the code, of course. Discount code TDL, 35% off. Use the code DRAFT for 25% off with the free shaker. So, guys, make sure you do that. Want to enter that? We're giving those away. So go ahead and participate, man. We got 500 people in here, man. This is crazy. This is wild.
500. Let's go.
Maybe sending the Twitter works, bro. It's my first time. Maybe that's beneficial. You got 500 in here. Draft. We haven't even got to the analysis of the draft yet. No. So. Yeah.
Cole's just handed the phone to Uberflus, so I think the pick is in.
Yeah. Panda Subs, owner at Toledo grad. I don't know. Maybe that's a good question. You have to ask him here. He's a Raiders fan, though. He's a Raiders fan.
Did you pick that picture, or did he request that, or the Panda Subs guy pull it?
Oh, I did. I picked that picture.
Oh, gotcha.
I didn't know what picture.
I was like,
I couldn't find his logo. I couldn't find his logo. Maybe that's an omen. Maybe they're drafting Quinyon Mitchell. Maybe that's or something like that. All right. Yeah, Panda's good, man. I'm telling you, it is good. It is good. I wouldn't lie to you guys. If I didn't like it, I wouldn't do it. Let's say that. Latest neck though. I don't know you're talking about that, man. 5 minutes and no pick, or they're going Rattler #1. Somebody said that.
I did see something on like it was like one of the Barstool guys talking about like how the first pick, like Roger Goodell should announce it right away. Like, what are we doing? Like you've had Chicago's had this pick for 3 months, and you mean to tell me in the next 10 minutes is when they're going to finally decide what they're going to do, whether it be a trade or whether it even be a trade or if there actually was a decision about it? Like, how can you not just walk up and make the pick?
Yeah,
it should not take this long.
I know, man. That's like Jaden Daniels.
Yeah. I did see too. There was like some dude who bet like $11,000 to win 50, putting it on Caleb Williams to go #1 overall.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it'd be awesome if it ended up being Jaden, just to throw everything for a loop. just set it on fire right away.
All the Bears fans I just want to see the Bears fans' reactions. They'd be like half excited, like half like
What are we doing? This dude already has the Caleb Williams like cut out, like it's gotta go switch real quick.
Yeah. Somebody said shout out TDL. That you guys all the way drafted, boring as hell. That's fuck. Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Saeed, thank you.
Appreciate it.
Appreciate that, man. Why does Kay look annoyed on the TV feed? God, please take Jaden. Yeah, I was trolling my friend Chris, man. I'll be like, you should be worried, but if he's the first 4,000 yard, he's not the first 4,000 yard quarterback with the Bears. It's Chicago problem, not him. I'm convinced.
It's still the wild. Like the Bears are one of the oldest NFL organizations like ever, and they've never had a 4,000 yard passer.
Isn't that crazy? In a passing league?
I mean, I guess you could say like it hasn't been a true passing league until like the last 20 years, but still, like that's just wild.
I don't know,
single one.
See, Raiders fans complain about a lot of things, but like the last Browns quarterback to throw 30 touchdowns was Brian Sipe in 1980.
It's a lot of bad quarterback situations. Well, we're gonna go.
Yeah. Red Right 88 for any old school Raiders fans in here. They remember Brian Sipe. His MVP season. The Brian Sipe type player would never win MVP at least because he's basically Brock Purdy. So he would have. We did not let. They were not going to let Brock Purdy win MVP. It was like, nope, we're going to give it to Lamar. They're like, nope.
I mean, you could argue he almost did. If you would have won on Christmas, maybe you would have.
Maybe. Yeah. Maybe. Yeah. If they go out and they blow out, they probably. That's true.
Yeah. No drama, by the way.
Caleb Williams is going up to the draft. He's hype. You know what I'm saying? The thing with Caleb Williams, I can't get over John Gruden saying he plays short. I can't get over that.
Gruden said that?
Yeah, Jay Gruden. My bad.
Oh, Jay Gruden?
Yeah, Jay Gruden was doing his breakdown of him. And I thought it was like super interesting. And I realized that I don't know shit when I was watching that. It was pretty cool. And but besides that, he's talking about how he's 6'1", but he plays like he's 5'10". And I think that's because he's saying he plays short, like it's the way his body is bent. He doesn't play. Yeah, I don't know. Explain how
he doesn't stand tall in the pocket.
Yeah, exactly. He doesn't stand tall in the pocket like Jay would want him
on his
to.
Tippy toes.
Yeah. Yeah. Long journey to the stage. Already took Fields. Isn't Jaden Daniels wearing a Raiders coat? I heard about that. What? Jaden Daniels, you better fall, bro. Are you not signing with the team? Are you gonna demand a trade to the Raiders? That'll be actually pretty cool. I would actually like that. That would be super dope.
If you pulled an Eli, you mean basically,
just force a trade to the Raiders. So just the I don't know, just how the media would react to that. The media would freak out. I don't know, man.
What do you think? I'd be curious. So if they took Jaden Daniels, and we're just spitballing here because we got some time to kill, but if if the Commanders just took Jaden Daniels and Jaden was like, no, trade me to Las Vegas, would the price go up or down for the Raiders?
I don't know.
I would we're talking about 3 first-round picks to get to 2 or whatever it is, 3-4 first-round picks. But like if the guy is literally saying like I won't play for you, but at the same time like they hold his rights and like they like there's not much he technically could do about it except just not show up. Like, would it be? Does it change to 2 first-round picks? I mean, would it stay about the same? That'd be the interesting like part of it. Like, could the Raiders could the Raiders hypothetically just give up future first-round picks and still take somebody at 13 and then swing a deal after that?
See, my what I was about to say it is. I totally forgot what I was going to talk about, so I'm not even worried about it. I just totally forgot what I was going to say. So it was important though. It was in my brain. In my brain, it was important. But I saw Caleb Williams do something, and I lost track of thought. So it doesn't matter anymore. But all right, how do I reply to specific people? People are asking questions in here. Oh, Jaden forcing himself to Raiders and some of those. What picks would they get out of that? I mean, that would be super interesting because. Like I was thinking about Chad Ochocinco. This is my point. I remember now. Chad Ochocinco. He said about like when he was trying to get traded that the only players that can demand a trade are quarterbacks, and I low key agree with that.
Yeah.
So if your quarterback's demanded a trade, bro, because if you ain't gonna play, then you gotta get something. You know what I mean? Yeah, you're completely fucked. You're right about that, man. And you got to do something.
Yeah. Unless you're real confident in Marcus Mariota if you're Washington.
I mean, it was Ron Rivera. Definitely go with Marcus Mariota. They probably wouldn't even draft the quarterback. Definitely be like Joel going at too. If it was Ron Rivera. Ooh, roll with Sam Howell. I think it was a little crazy last year anyways. So, Colton. People want to get rid of Colton Miller so bad.
I mean, he's still got a few years left, but I think the skepticism is he's getting up there now and been banged up the last couple of years, but I feel like he's still got a few years left on his contract. He write it out at least 1 year.
Yeah.
Oh, Peter's on the phone.
Here we go. Who's talking there? Is it Jaden Daniels? Are you zooming on Jaden yet? No? They don't zoom in the players anymore. I don't watch a lot of college. This is a good question. For Matt, comparing Mariota and Daniels' college film, is Daniels...
I like Mariota better, to be honest with you. I like Mariota a lot coming out of college. I mean, I was one of the big believers, and I'm not as big of a believer in Jaden Daniels. But yeah, I like Mariota a lot, and I thought he was a little bit better and a little bit more arm talent and just as fast and athletic and better at protecting himself than Jaden Daniels is. A little bit thicker too. So I actually kind of coming out, I liked maybe Mariota a little bit better, but I'm also, again, I was higher on Marcus than I was, partially because of bias, because I'm a Oregon fan and not as high on Daniels.
Yeah. Paint the later first round trade up scenario. If we get a tackle at DB, who would be willing? Let's see. So I got the picks here at the bottom. Oh, this is perfect timing. So we got Dallas, Green Bay, Tampa Bay, then like back the Cardinals from Houston. Maybe the Cardinals, because the Cardinals they already picked. Maybe they'll trade back, get some more picks.
Miami the Bills. Miami could be a spot too because Miami doesn't have like many top 100 picks, and so like they might be willing to like trade to like get another third or something like that, or it could be a good spot. If Minnesota doesn't move up and they have that 23rd pick, maybe they want to get rid of that.
Yeah, that the Texans just gave them. I don't know what the hell. I still don't know what the hell that was about. They're just like, here you go.
The Texans used it to get Stephon Diggs.
Oh, I should see. GM's smarter than me. I'll tell you that. They're smarter than me because he's like he flipped that pick very nicely. Who they're going?
I can ruin it for you if you want me to.
Who is it?
Jaden.
You took Jaden.
Yeah, Tashawn just tweeted no Jaden Daniels for the Raiders, so I'm assuming that means.
All right, here we go. Does he force a trade for Washington? That would be so. All right, no Daniels. Yeah, I was trying to stay off Twitter, man, because I was like,
I have the notifications set and it screwed me.
Raiders gave it a try. They did. The Raiders did try at least, guys. You know what I mean? They tried. They tried to get to it. They're like, no, we like Jaden.
I mean, I think the thing you can like hang your hat on a little bit, like I know it's the old like, oh, trying doesn't mean anything or whatever, but I think the thing you can't hang your hat on is like we're also hearing that the Vikings were struggling to trade up too. And again, I keep saying it, like the Vikings have more ammo than the Raiders do. Mm-hmm. So I mean, unless the Pats trade out of this spot right here, like I just don't think you're gonna. There was a team that was a pick that was for sale. Is kind of what I'm getting at. Like you can't buy what wasn't for sale, and I don't think that's gonna happen. And,
nope. I mean, I agree, but yeah,
13-2 is a hard move to pick.
Yeah, I want to know what they're offering because I guess they just denied it, but I want to know the offer. I mean that's not my job. I mean, if I was getting paid by the Athletic, that would probably be my job. I'd try to figure out what the hell the offer was. I mean, as soon as no shade here, guys, no shade. But as soon as all due respect, what's the right professional word here? Try to keep it professional. All due respect. As soon as Garofalo or is that his name? Mike Garofalo. Mike Garofalo. As soon as he tweets it out, I mean, I feel like that I would be like calling people and seeing what they gave up and then like write about it. But that's just, I don't know. That's just me.
Yeah. That's true.
Yeah. All right. So who is the next one?
See Drake May here or the Patriots going to throw us all for a wrench here?
Here we go. Is it Drake May?
I don't know. I'm just saying.
It might be.
Speculating.
Because if he's not, it will be woo. The Vikings would be like, bow. quick landing here for the Vikings with the Cardinals because the Cardinals are just waiting for a team. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So as we get closer to this, I mean, Jaden's gone, right? I mean, that was the main target for Raiders fans. I mean, that means we're closer to the Aiden O'Connell era beginning. I mean, it's gonna be a battle between him and Minshew. I think mini camp is gonna be interesting because I just want to see who starts. Who's QB1 at that point. But it would probably be ALC at QB1. I mean, that's what AP is saying. So, Tom Telesco really doesn't make the depth chart as much as AP does. So, that's gonna be his job. I think probably ALC will start the season, and then if he sucks, then we'll see Gardner Minshew. That's what I think, but I could be wrong. That was the word out of the combine. If they didn't get Daniels, they were gonna try to trade out or go a different route. That was the word out of the combine.
Yeah,
but things change.
We'll find out.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm curious, what would people if the Raiders gave up like the 3 first-round picks or whatever the ridiculous price tag is here to get up to with the Patriots, like what would the reaction be?
Say that one more time. You get up with the Patriots, what?
If the Raiders traded the 3 first-round picks to get Drake May here with the Patriots, like how would people feel about that? I know a lot of people were wishy-washy on Jaden Daniels about how much to give up for him, but I'm curious what people would think if they did it for Drake May.
I think some people would be upset if they did it for Drake May. I think. I mean, I wouldn't. I mean,
no, I'd
take it.
I'd be thrilled.
I mean, he could play. It's just, I don't know if he'll ever be a top 10 guy. I just think we'd be in that top 15. At worst, he just keep us in QB purgatory for a little bit. At worst, that's what I think about Drake May. It's like, at worst, he's gonna be a top 15 guy that annoys us. Or he can reach the ceiling. So I wouldn't call him Trubisky though, because I think he had a lot more throws. Trubisky was a guy who got drafted high, who played 1 year and didn't win or impress anybody. At least Drake May had a huge hype after a year of playing. Mr. Trubisky just showed up. It was tall.
Mr. Trubisky originally couldn't win the job. And then all of a sudden he had one good year and won it.
He showed up and it was tall. You know what I mean?
What's up, boys?
All right, what's up, man? Glenn's joining us.
Hello, Raider Nation.
We're waiting. No Jaden Daniels here, Glenn.
No.
We got 700 in here today, bro. We're packed.
700.
We are packed, bro. We are packed.
Raider Nation, cheers to you guys. Cheers. What broadcast are you guys watching? I just wanted to so weird.
NFL Network. We're watching.
NFL, like a man. Okay, gotcha. Man. Okay, 100%.
No ABC Network bullshit over here.
No. I'm sorry. All right, because
nothing. Just
like, I don't know. I wasn't gonna judge publicly. I was just gonna file it away if it was ESPN. But
I'm not watching my sports on the same channel I watch The Bachelor.
Yeah, exactly.
Who the Patriots?
That's a great point. That's a great point.
Let's see here. Is it May? I'm not even gonna.
Oh, the pick is in. They can pick.
I'm not gonna hit the home button.
May.
JJ.
If they still had
Drake
Bill,
May.
1,000% buy the JJ.
Drake May. There you go.
Okay.
So 13 is wide open now. Now we're looking at 13. Like, okay, what are the options? It's either Michael Penix, which I mean, if Michael Penix is on top of his board, that's his board and that's his guy. Then I'll deal with it, and I'll be fine. I'm not. I wouldn't like it that I wouldn't be like excited about it, but he still has a cannon. So I mean, that usually works, and he's athletic. I mean,
what do you think Michael Penix's ceiling is in the NFL? Like a consistent ceiling, not one good season, what his ceiling could be, but like a 5-year window where everything's working out right. What do you think he is in the NFL?
I think his floor is Jameis Winston. So I'll say his floor is Jameis Winston.
Floor,
so that's the worst you're gonna get. I mean, it's not a great floor though either, right? It's like he's a backup now. You know what I mean? He's not like a starter. So that's what I say his floor at. I would say his ceiling. What would his ceiling be? I'm thinking. I'm trying to I would think his ceiling would probably be like probably like a Stafford, which I mean, because Stafford to me is like he's been fringe top 10 like his whole career. There's some years with Stafford, like, oh my God, like, his Super Bowl year and where he looked in the playoffs, he looks like he's top 5. But there's some years Stafford was like top. He didn't look good at all. You can go through his stats, you can go through his seasons in Detroit. He was so up and down a little bit. And even last year he kind of bounced back a little bit. But that's where I think his ceiling is. Like we're a fringe top 10 guy who might have a top 5 season, but he's like always at 12. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Matt, what about you? What do you think Michael Penix is seeing?
I like the Stafford as a ceiling. I like that too. And also Stafford had injury problems in the beginning of his career. So there's some parallels there. But yeah, I don't know. I feel like Jameis Winston is pretty like par for the course. Like maybe a little bit better than that where like he can be a consistent starter. I 1,000%. I'm not convinced he's going to be an elite guy.
Yeah.
But in a right system and what Stafford was, which is kind of what he was for the most of his career until he goes to LA and wins the Super Bowl, where like he was that guy like you're talking about, like middle of the road, like could make it the playoffs, couldn't quite get over the hump, never was elite, then goes in with McVay and has more success and has and whatnot. But that big arm too, a lot of parallels.
Yeah, because for me, floor, it's like Jacoby Brissett floor, and then ceiling to me is I'm sorry, like it's gonna like. Ceiling consistent for a career would be like Geno Smith to me.
I can see that.
Yeah.
Like,
I can see that.
And they both have that like swagger attitude about them too. Like Geno will not be like doubted. Penix is that same kind of guy, like perpetual chip on his shoulder. Not like, look, Geno Smith's a pretty solid starting quarterback right now. And just to me at like 13, it would make me really, I'm not mad because I kind of already feel like that's what's going to happen, but I've never seen somebody more confident of an outside the top 10 pick than the NFL is that the Raiders are taking Michael Penix. I've never seen it in my life. Yeah. So it's just like, it won't shock me the way Cleveland Farrell did, but it's just kind of, I don't know. So it's so underwhelming to take QB5 objectively. You could say we know he's not QB1 on their board.
So wait. I mean, JJ McCarthy hasn't been taken yet though. I mean, we keep talking about Michael Penix.
No,
McCarthy has not been taken, right?
I think he will, though.
You think so? You think will the Giants take him over Daniel Jones?
No, Minnesota's going to try to get him, I think.
You think so? I mean, because what if Minnesota was all about Drake May, which I think they were.
Well, then their second quarterback could be JJ McCarthy.
It might be JJ, bro.
They mortgaged their whole next year's draft, but the top end of next year's draft, because you don't do that unless you like maybe a couple options in this draft and hate next year's draft.
I mean, but couldn't they wait till 11 now to take JJ at this point? They could take that chance,
they could take
right?
Penix there too. Maybe they love Michael Penix at 11. I'm just saying it's so weird. All I'm saying is like you're to take in a draft where like all these quarterbacks go early and you feel it would feel weird to even sign Gardner Minshew if you took Penix at 13.
Because I think somebody said the Cardinals are taking Marvin Harrison right now. So now we're at the Chargers.
As they should. Yeah.
I'm still calling my JC Latham shot. I hope I'm right about this one. This is the one I really hope I'm right about.
I think yeah. I mean, I think the reason why, I do feel like this is going to be like the trade-up spot, right, with the Chargers, where this will tell us a lot about the draft and about how much the league like values JJ McCarthy, like, because the logic would tell you, or logic would tell me that if Minnesota does want to get JJ McCarthy and does want to get their quarterback, they've got to make sure that they get ahead of New York to like what you're saying, to avoid having to run into a situation where he gets snaked out in front of you and you're left drafting QB5.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just, to me, like you just take what falls to you. I just feel like, and I feel like Penix is a second round pick to me. That's just the problem. And it's like, I don't want to be one of those guys when it's clearly an inflated quarterback market to be the guy that's like, I got to get the tail end of this.
The other problem though for the Raiders though is like the thing that you can't we can't ignore is the fact that Seattle could like Geno Smith getting up there in age. I think he's got 2 years left on his deal. Next year they have like a club option, and Seattle hired Ryan Grubbs, who was Penix's offensive coordinator the last 2 years. So like if you pass on him at 13, he might not make it to 20 because he could be go at 16 or wherever that.
Yeah,
and that's where they're at.
Damn, Marvin Harrison looks sick right now. He looks tight. Yeah, he looks so cool right now. That's a good. I'm glad Arizona stayed where they were. It would have been dumb for them to trade out, in my opinion. Like they already got their big haul last year. Like, what's the point of doing it again?
Yeah, he looks like he's a Philly mob boss. You know what I'm saying?
That is a sick suit, man.
Someone was like, he's got the John Wick fit on.
Yeah. He's the son of the Kingpin. You know what I mean?
Yeah. What's with them selling us this wild start for the draft? This is literally like a 5-year-old's mock draft.
I know, right? Literally,
it's just chalk.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Like the South Park manatees that come up with the Family Guy episodes could have figured this one out. Dude.
I know, man. This is like everybody's mock draft from January, except in January it was Drake May too. That was the
yeah. No, you're right. That's the only difference is Jaden Daniels. Really, yeah. Mm-hmm. No, that's true. Yep. Exactly. So are you calling Latham right now, dude?
I'm calling it.
I love it.
I this is my only hope is that he does the most Jim Harbaugh pick ever. I mean, it could be Brock Bowers too, because they don't have. Yes, that's his Vernon Davis.
No, it's true, but Vernon Davis is way bigger than Brock Bowers.
Yeah,
Vernon Davis was a specimen.
But for Greg Roman in their offense to run, they need a tight end. I mean,
no, yeah, but
offense is not run without a tight end.
I think Harbaugh wants that like dual purpose tight end though. Like he's not going to want, because I don't think Brock Bowers is actually going to play like inline tight end. Like I think he's going to be. That's why my dad doesn't want him, but I'm hoping the Rams jump up and get him, because if Bowers goes to McVay, I think that's a coach that's going to know how to use him. I
mean, yeah, because he's kind of like he reminds me of Travis Kelce, because Travis Kelce can't block either, right? And then that's where you really hurt the Chiefs, is when you get after Patrick Mahomes. Mm-hmm. He's got to come in and chip block. You don't want to do that. So
yeah,
and then he's throwing his helmet and they're losing. He's got a chip block, and that's what you really want. You know what I mean? So,
fellas, I got to take off for a second, real quick, but I'll join you guys back a little bit later. So,
are you good?
All right, man.
We'll hold it down, bro. All right, man. So we're at pick 5. I'm calling it with the Chargers. We'll see here. Kyler Murray has no more excuses. Drake May's going to the Patriots, man. Isn't that terrible for him?
Well, they're gonna. So it sounds like I never know what football accounts to trust anymore. Like that JP whatever football, that one. He suggested that pick 34 that the Patriots have might go to the Niners for Brandon Ayuk. That'd be a pretty good rebuild block for them, I think, to get that veteran receiver in there. If I were him, I would have rather have been in Washington. If I were him, you got a lot of receivers to throw to right away, but Yeah, I mean, I don't know. You went through it overall. I mean, you know, I don't know. I like May a lot. I do. So I think that is. I don't think it's gonna be that bad of a situation because he's young, and they might not play him this year. I mean, they might, but then he might play him at some point this year. But he doesn't have to go in the year as a starter. He's a younger quarterback, and that's my thing with Penix is like you kind of have to play him right away. So why do you have Minshew if that's the case? If the Raiders take Penix, like what are you waiting on Penix to develop into? He's been playing football for 6 years in college or whatever. Like he's been like, that's my issue is like the guys I would move up for would really be like Drake May. Jaden Daniels is different because he has some game changing ability that I think you had bet on. But with Penix at 13, that's why I'm just, gosh. But May, I think to the Pats is good, man. Yeah.
This is about the Chargers. I mean, not a right tackle.
Yeah, they have who was that? Trey Pipkins.
Daniel Jeremiah did this. Oh man, now I feel good.
No, I think it's a good. I think it's a good guess. And he really likes. I know Jeremiah really likes Latham though. I'd heard him talk about that on a podcast he was on. I think it was that Bootleg Football podcast he was on. That's the Brett Coleman one, right? Bootleg. And yeah, he was on there, and he was saying he was really high on Latham. So yeah, I mean, I hope they take a tackle. I mean, not to say that can't help him, but I don't want them to get Malik Neighbors here.
Yeah, someone asked who BD one. I would say Terry Arnold if I was here.
Oh, yeah, he would be so in. I think he would really like my guy Andrew Phillips, though. I meant to send it to him. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Mitchell or Latham. He's talking about for the Raiders. The Raiders won't take Latham. He's too big.
I think Quinyon Mitchell is very possible.
Oh, big time.
I'd be happy to. I'd be happy. I like Quinyon Mitchell.
Yeah, but see, my thing is you know, if they go cornerback in the first round, that tells me that I feel like they won't draft a quarterback.
You're talking about the Raiders?
Yeah, the Raiders. Yeah.
Okay.
That's just my feeling of it because, like, they need a right tackle, right? So we're getting to that point where you know we don't have a right tackle. What are you doing? There's not a lot of veterans out there, you know what I mean?
No. So you hope to swing a trade. You hope to, you know, maybe you have to play Thayer Mumford at right tackle. It's not what I'd want to do, but you know, I get it. I don't want to force any picks though. That's my thing is I don't want to pick something because I need something. I hate doing that. Raiders screw. I mean, Cleveland Ferrell, right? I mean, I know they picked the wrong guy, but still, they were in this like we have to take a defensive end at 4. We have to take, you know, this guy because we need this. And I feel like to me, it's just man, take that guy that jumps out to you. And yeah, I don't know. I can't see the Raiders trading up at this point. I see some people talking about in the comments. I really can't see the Raiders trading up right now. They've been saying there were all these rumors that people are going to trade up for tackles. What do you think? Oh, what's that? No, please go. Please.
So who is Glenn? Or, I don't know. I think he's talking to somebody else. It confused me.
Whatever. Yeah.
Yeah, it could be Quinyon. It could be Quinyon there at 13. I know people are trying to act like everybody was like, oh, people retweeted that they guessed that the Raiders are going to draft the OT or tackle round 1. Come on, bro. Like we all said that. That's not a dunk right now, in my opinion. But anyways, something that we all thought.
Did you see Telesco's presser the other day?
No, I did not.
No, he was interesting. He didn't want to say anything, which is classic. He didn't want to say anything. He's been doing this for a long time, but he did say he's like, I'm drafting for 4 years from now. Like, I don't think about what I need this year. And who knows if that's true or not, but it makes sense the way he drafted for the Chargers.
Yeah. Yeah, that's why he drafts athletes like crazy, man.
Derwin James.
No bad athletes. They are not drafting a bad athlete. That's just something he does not do, is draft a bad athlete.
Here you go. Chargers pick.
Here we go. Who is it?
I don't know. You're a little ahead of me, so you'll know. But yeah, it's
Twitter. I mean,
Twitter. You're doing Twitter.
No, I'm scrolling both.
Twitter. I closed Twitter. Yeah, I don't like the sham.
Keep it natural.
I don't like the Woj bomb NFL stuff. I'm not into that. Yeah, I mean, if I'm not there, if I'm like tomorrow, if I get off late and it's the second round, I'm on Twitter. Let's go. But you know, like, and yeah, so the pick is in. They could go Joe Alt here.
They could go Joe Alt, but they're moving him to right tackle. But that would be alternate right tackles.
I'll be so mad, dude, if I gotta see Joe Alt in the Chargers.
But the thing is, Alt was terrible as a right tackle at the combine. That's the thing. So he might have scared teams off with that idea because his movements were just it wasn't natural for him. Like it was going to be a learning process, and then he might end up being a bust because you moved in the right tackle. So he has obviously played left tackle his whole life, like since he was like 6 years old or something like that. And he's like trained to do that. You know what I mean? So,
well, all dad made him play quarterback in high school because his dad was a pro. Was a quarter.
They're taking Alt.
No, they're taking Joe Alt.
Is that what it is? They're taking Joe Alt. they took Joe Alt. Anyways,
damn it. I really
so they're gonna move him into right tackle then. I mean,
yeah, you're not.
That is crazy to me. Are you moving Slater, or is he moving Slater to guard? Which he could.
Maybe Rashawn Slater's getting traded, dude. He's like, what do I want this?
Well, wait, hold on. If he's trading, then Thompson, let's go. Because we got a guy who played right tackle in college. We could just.
Oh,
somebody asked me that the other day.
You think Colton Miller's moving this late in his career?
Just swap it, bro. You know what I mean? Is he a team player?
Man,
are you a team player?
So many Notre Dame guys go to the Chargers, and I have to hate them. Drew Tranquill, Alohi Gilman. Oh God, it kills me.
Hey man, at least I got the position right. You know what I mean? Like I didn't think they would take Joe Alt. I mean, they got a left tackle. I'm telling you, he looks bad at the combine doing. You know what I'm saying? But
when does Slater's contract go up?
Probably pretty soon here, man. I think he drafted 2021.
Maybe they're not going to pay him.
That'd be crazy. I mean, this is.
Yeah.
To be honest, I like this better than them drafting a wide receiver.
Oh,
because
yeah, for sure.
They have no weapons, guys. I mean, we're talking about Justin Herbert's going to have all the time in the world to throw to.
Damn, he's big as shit, dude.
Yeah.
I saw him when I went to the Notre Dame Stanford, and I was like, dude, that guy is like I mean, it is crazy how much he sticks out.
Yeah, his dad is almost as tall as him, though. Shit.
His dad played tackle in the NFL. He's a Pro Bowler.
Oh, he was?
Yeah, look at him. His dad's about to pass set him, dude. He's about to bro. Yeah,
lots of chicken wings.
He's about to be like, you can't stop dad. Yeah, no, his dad raised him to be a lineman. Yeah, his dad is big.
I want to go on. I'm going on Twitter to see the Herbert fuckboys. See how they're crying right now, probably.
What, they don't want to tackle for him?
No, they get his wide receiver. He's not giving you weapons. You know what I mean?
Oh, well, whatever, dude. You hired Jim Harbaugh, so I mean, yeah, that was probably what they wanted. They thought Harbaugh was this QB. Harbaugh is the least quarterback ex quarterback ever. Like, you would never think that guy played quarterback.
JJ McCarthy's fallen, bro. I don't know if you guys want me to tip this, but I got the next pick. I'll let you guys wait. I'm just gonna say JJ is.
Can I guess it?
Yeah, go ahead.
Malik Neighbors.
It's Neighbors, yeah.
Neighbors to the Giants. I love
this. This is like basically a mock draft from January, bro. Like,
there's no surprises, really. I mean, Alt is a little bit. I didn't see him going to the Chargers, but still, you know, Tennessee's going to take a lineman too, but they might be the first trade down team. Tennessee needs
JJ going to the Vikings. What if the Raiders just hop them? They could
for JJ or Penix.
For JJ,
I don't really want to trade up for any of these guys right now. I don't know. I don't feel like I have to have these guys on my team. That's just my thing. Like, I know fans are really desperate right now. We have to have another quarterback. I don't know, dude. Like, if you're one of those guys that wanted Derek Carr out of here, but you want Michael Penix, I don't know how much better Penix is than Derek Carr. That's all I'm saying. Like, and you might be in that same situation where he's kind of good, but kind of not.
Yeah, exactly.
And you never know what you need. So that's my thing. And JJ, at least there's the unknown with JJ. I feel like Penix is such a known quantity. Like, that's my JJ. At least you're like, okay, I can sit him. He's young. I have Gardner Minshew. I have Aiden O'Connell. I have a chance to make JJ into something. He's athletic, big arm, and not 4 season-ending surgeries.
Yeah. So also JJ, Antonio Pierce probably loved JJ McCarthy. I'm sure
he didn't. Pierce didn't seem very excited about Nix and Penix either when they were asking about him. He's like, yeah, they play a lot of ball. A lot of ball.
JJ, I mean, why isn't he the top 3 quarterback in this draft? I mean, he probably. I'm sure that meeting they had.
You have to know if you're Telesco, you have to tell AP to leave the room because like he could kick your ass at any time, dude. Like you have to be like, bro, like let me cook because if JJ's there at like 10 and you're saying don't trade, he's like, I already talked to the GM. We're trading up. He's like, no, yeah,
that's funny.
Yeah, exactly.
So JJ McCarthy. So all the buzz about JJ going over Drake May then was a lie.
Okay. No trade ups yet, dude. All these insiders, man.
Yeah. That drunken information, that friend you made and you were drunk, man. He might lie to you. You know. That's all I gotta say.
Well, and also they just know. They talk about Peter Schrager's this big insider, but he's the one that put his phone down, so maybe he knows. People are saying Schrager's the new guy.
Oh yeah, well, Schrager, he don't party that much. He just talks. He goes to dinner.
Well, he lets everybody else get drunk, and he sits there like the kid from Recess with the notepad.
Exactly.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
The Giants. See, now people are talking about the Giants believe they can still build around Daniel Jones. Like last week, they hate Daniel. They're ready to move on, but now we believe you could build around him.
I mean, he's never had a good wide receiver on his team. He literally has never had a good wide receiver. Daniel Jones. This is his first good wide receiver that he's had.
You got a point.
He had Kenny Golladay. On one of the worst contracts ever. I actually like Daniel Jones like more than most people, and I think I would like to see him get out of New York because I don't think New York's a place for a guy like that. But I don't know, dude. Waller. It's like when your ex-wife's posting Philippians Bible verses about the marriage crumbling, like. I don't even want to know what's going on with Darren Waller. I wish him nothing but the best. But Trey Tucker is a very nice deep threat. Thank you.
Yeah. Interesting trade. Yeah. That ended up working out for the Raiders.
Well, big time. I mean, like I actually wanted Waller gone. I saw a decline that and the soft tissue injuries scare me when you're over 30. So I was like, let's get him out of here. Once he hurt his IT band on what was that Thanksgiving when he hurt his IT band, I was like,
yeah, you're just getting old.
He was. People forget that he was not a young guy when the Raiders even got him. You know, he was late 20s at that point. So it's definitely all right. So who's next? Tennessee.
This is boring as hell right now. It's not boring. It's just
No, but what were these inside Rossini? All these people were like, here's what I expect. And bro, Elon should have never let the long form tweets go because the insiders are like, here's what I think's gonna happen. And 50,000 trades, and it looked like a manifesto for someone committing a horrible crime. I was like, what are you guys doing?
Pillow talking Rossini.
Yeah, I'm like, I don't care what Diana Rossini's draft, what she thinks all the teams are gonna do. It's like, oh gosh, come on.
Yeah. Or didn't her and some girl fight over Sean McVay or something like that? They got a fist fight over Sean McVay. Did you hear about that?
That was the rumor. That was the rumor that because I remember it was like at the time McVay wasn't like a big name, so he wasn't really named like that. But I remember I do remember that back in the day, back when Washington had that crazy coaching staff of all the guys that became head coaches besides the one they had, besides Jay Gruden essentially. Yeah, that was crazy. And Jay Gruden was getting active too. Jay Gruden was partying.
Yeah.
What a time that was.
Yeah, because Mike McDaniel is actually he's sober, so I guess he's not. That must have been a crazy time for them if he was drinking back then. If he's sober now.
Sean McVay turns up, dude. He got that voice, dude. He's got that like Lake Havasu party girl like cigarette voice. You know, like the real straight, yeah, man, like that kind of thing. Sean McVay is crazy.
Yeah, I agree. Boring is sensible. Yes, I agree with that. I mean, that's why I feel like sometimes my show can be boring because it's just too much. It's not like I don't know. I don't do like the rah trade this guy. Is the guy gonna get traded? You know what I mean? Yeah, it's pretty mundane.
Somebody's asking me to look up contracts. Oh, why don't you do that and then tell me what the contract is? What? Yeah, let me look it up. I'm streaming. I'm busy. Yeah.
The agents weren't happy with teams and try to. I mean, yeah, agents just drive these Adam Schefter and those boys, man. That's the whole thing. And agents, they lie to the agents too, man. They lie to players. agents, and the only people they don't lie to is each other in the office. Shit, they might even lie to each other then.
Michael Penix has a very good agent. Because that's all I heard about this week was every team wanted him. Atlanta, who just signed Kirk Cousins, wanted Michael Penix.
They take him at 8.
Well, the thing is they people bring him in for a visit. It's like, yeah, but they might want to use a second round pick on him. You know what I'm saying? Like that doesn't mean they want to pick him with their first pick. Like it's so tight. Okay, so man,
take JC Latham.
Oh gosh, man!
I'm telling you, if the Raiders, JJ McCarthy's there, man.
No trades in the top 7 picks.
So if we got to talk about this now, because we talked about the Raiders drafted a quarterback. Everybody didn't think JJ McCarthy would be at the spot. We let's be honest, right? I made a joke about Drake May falling, and it ended up being actually JJ falling, and we're actually at that same kind of spot, like where they could just hop over the Vikings and with the Bears, who can still get a wide receiver. They can still get a Dunze at this point.
You're the GM. Would you do it for JJ or Penix?
I would wait till 13 for JJ.
I would wait for 13 for all of them. I don't really want to trade up for anybody.
I like Penix over McCarthy, though. I do. So I would take Penix over McCarthy. I just think at the 13 is where I would start taking either one of those guys. I wouldn't. Top 10 is just a little crazy for me. But if they like JJ, though, man, that is not my decision here.
I think I might like JJ just for the lottery ticket aspect. I don't know that he's a better player. I don't know that either of them are like my top guys, but I like the lottery ticket aspect. And a guy like, again, it makes more sense with your current construct of the team, where why would you sign Gardner Minshew if you're going to draft a guy who's like almost his age? I feel like, like it just doesn't make sense. Like you would have just rolled with Aiden if you were going to bring in a Michael Penix, you know what I mean? Or somebody like that. Like that's why I would rather bring in a young quarterback, like a actually young college quarterback. Right now, to me, I feel like there's still too much good stuff on the board for me to really love either of those guys.
Yeah, because if you're trading up for JJ McCarthy, that the thing is with quarterbacks, and we can break down their arms, their feet, yada yada yada. The best trait for a quarterback is their intangibles. I mean, if you don't have that leadership and that drive and that competitiveness and all those things, you could have all the time in the world. You end up being Baker Mayfield, who had to learn how to lead in the NFL, or or some of those guys like Kyler Murray, who's learning to be leaders in the NFL. Like, JJ McCarthy's not gonna have to learn to go in there and be a damn alpha with these guys, right? And that's kind of his whole thing. Is that his whole thing is his competitiveness, his drive, and how his teammates love playing for him and they don't want to make mistakes for him. You talk to the Michigan guys, they talk about like he's just everything to them, right? Because he probably is that leader. He probably is the type of dude to yell at you and do all that type of shit, right? And kind of get in your face, and he's intense, and that's why Jim Harbaugh likes him. He'll run the ball hard. He's an intense player, so that's my thing with JJ. That's why I feel like if I rank them, I would want Penix a little bit over him, but I could see if they decide to take him, that's what you're betting on. You're betting on his intangibles. I don't even know if you're really betting on his film. You're betting on his leadership ability.
No, it's 700 college snaps. You're not betting. It's not for film. It's not. And look, side note, you and I could probably get JJ McCarthy on this show to talk about some of the off the field fun stuff. I feel like there's a little crossover there. So that's just a thought. Just a thought.
There's a little bit of crossover, man.
Yeah. A little. I got some cool stuff to show him, man. I'll tell you that. I'd be like, JJ, can I have a fake job on the coaching staff where I'm just the guy like the Alex Guerrero of the Raiders, where I help you?
Yeah.
So this guy. Like they're like memeing me on there, like, who's this weird guy on the sideline of the Raiders that's over there helping doing like subconscious Carl Jungian manifestation stuff with JJ McCarthy.
Meditation coach, man. Spiritual coach. You're a spiritual coach.
Somebody Sean Reed's writing an athletic article about me. Like, yeah.
Yeah, man, he's a spiritual coach, bro. That's what he is. All right, that'd be hilarious, man. Because that's what Alex Burrow is. He's like spiritual, holistic coach who's on the side.
Who are we to argue? I mean, it worked.
I know it did. And then Bill Belichick said, you got to leave. And then Brady was like, man, fuck you, and left too.
Yeah. It's like, you know, some of the wide receivers don't like Rockney on the plane with them, but JJ insists on it, and JJ got his own plane for him and Glenn. Yeah. JC Latham, so to the Titans. Does anyone have the tip on the 8th pick at all? There's no. I feel like there's who's the one spoiling the picks right now?
Mike Silver.
Mike Silver. Oh, he blocked me, so I can't. I couldn't even get the draft spoiled if I wanted to. Mike Silver's an OG blocker. I'd draft him as my left tackle.
Mm. Drake May fanboys and Justin Herbert fanboys are the same people, aren't they?
Well, hey, they're similar quarterbacks, yeah.
Oh, wide receiver for the Falcons? Is that what they're doing? Mike Silver.
Odunze, maybe.
Let me see. I don't know. There's no.
I still feel like Raheem Morris is going to want a defensive player, but he's not making the pick. So, yeah, I was thinking they would get like Dallas Turner.
Yeah, some guy tweeted if Benjamin Solak, if draft week was March 13th, everybody would be 6 for 6 right now.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like they all get the insiders. You guys don't know a thing.
The Falcons are taking Michael Penix.
Are they?
Yeah.
No.
Yes, they are. They're taking Penix, yo.
Yes. Yeah, and he's in the NFC. So if I'm wrong and he's amazing, he's in the NFC. So whatever.
So when is he going to start? When he's 28? I got a lot of questions with this pick, bro.
Well, you don't realize Kirk Cousins is actually a great slot receiver.
I got a lot of questions.
Yeah, he's really good. Quicker than fast. Tough guy.
Wow. Penix goes over
$40
JJ McCarthy. You know, this is funny because I did my top 5 quarterbacks. They're going just how I ranked them. I liked it.
Are we getting JJ, dude?
Are we about to get JJ McCarthy? I'm telling you.
The thing is, though, you have the Vikings and the Broncos ahead of the Raiders, so
that's they have to. They trade up, bro.
No, I know, but that's my thing. Is I don't like JJ if I'm trading up. That's my thing. I want as many assets as I can to build for 2025 JJ McCarthy take over the Raiders. So, to me, I'm just glad Penix is off the board. I want the temptation off the board. I think a lot of Raider fans were talking themselves into it. But I could tell nobody was that excited, except if you were like a Huskies fan or something. Because every time I watched Michael Penix, 5 other players would jump out to me more than him. I'd be like, damn, Jalen Polk, that guy's tight. Roger Rosengarten, that guy's tight. It's never like Penix to me that makes me excited.
To tell you, man, that 4.5, bro, he ran out. That's why quarterbacks should work out. I don't understand why they don't, because teams take measurements at the combine and the pro day serious. And this dude went out there and showed he was athletic, and he goes 8. It's so stupid why they skip those things. Like if you don't want to throw at the combine, that's fine. But why isn't Jaden Daniels show that he can run a 4.2? Like it's cool. You might jump over Caleb Williams.
Well, like Brock Bowers too is the other one. So he weighed in at the combine at 240, which is not what he played at, right? But the reason is he he weighed in at 240 at the combine and then didn't run. It's like, yeah, because you're fat. Your body thinks it's fat right now and doesn't want to, and like you don't want to run slow. And he's not fat, but you know what I mean? Yeah.
Yeah. People ask him about Fuaga a lot. It could be corner Fuaga.
Yeah, I'm always skeptical of corner round 1, but if you have the chance to get corner 1 in the draft, I mean, like your pick of the litter, I should say, that's not a bad way to go.
Yeah, because I just realized, he's fallen too, huh? Odunze. Odunze. He would take Odunze in a second.
I think he likes Odunze. He's a dark horse pick for the Raiders, because I don't think that Telesco cares about what they need right now.
They told us stop tipping picks. Okay, I won't tip picks anymore. I'm done. No more tipping picks, guys.
I mean, I'm actually for that, to be honest. I that was me. That was my burner. I typed that in there. Shout out. That was me. Yeah.
Yeah. Because I mean, they could take Rome Odunze.
I wouldn't hate it. I mean, how much longer do you have Adams?
I would love it.
How much longer do you have Adams? Or how much longer do you have prime Adams? I'd even argue it might be over the prime. not trying to suggest anything about him, but it's on the decline, I think. And then Myers, they love Myers. Everybody brings him up. Every Raider player, they love Myers, but he is a certain kind of guy. He's not number one. You have your tight end in Mayer. You have your deep threat in Tucker. If you brought in Odunze, look, talk about the quarterback deficiency that the Raiders have right now. I at least love the situation for the next one and even the current one if you have Odunze out there.
That is super. This draft is crazy right now because
Penix is the one that really turns the draft upside down. Penix at 8. That's crazy.
Because you just got to think of all the possibilities now. Because I mean, the Bears
so mad right now.
He's got to be.
He's got to be pissed.
I mean, because this is an 8, bro. He's supposed to start. You know what I mean? That's your starter, dog.
And he's old. And
he's 24.
Yeah. Him and Kirk Cousins might have been in high school together at some point.
Well, I guess his agent was right, Glenn. His agent wasn't joking.
Dang.
At 8.
Okay, that outfit, I'm not drafting Michael Penix. We dodged a bullet.
Why is everybody dressing like 80s drug dealers today? I've seen like
but then they get like 50s actress sunglasses, dude. Like that's the weird part. It's like they don't know how to combine the outfit, bro. If you're gonna go Don Johnson, Crockett and Tubbs, dude, if you're gonna do that, you can't wear those glasses. Like, look at me. I'm not a style icon, but I know that. Arthur Blank was tighter than you, bro. Like
Malik Neighbors looked like he was at a paid in full, bro. Like he was he was Money Mike, bro. You know what I mean?
Wow. He must have killed those interviews, dude.
He's great on the board. Like he's smart. Like when you hear him talk, he's great on the board.
Yeah, he's been playing. His first college game was when Tupac died, dude. The guy was like there forever. I mean, it was just like all these guys are smart. I mean, like Bo. I would hope you're smart if you played college for that long.
Yeah, he did play a lot of college football.
Yeah, bro. Like I remember laughing at that name like a long time ago. Like me too, man. Wait, there's a guy whose name's almost Penis, like playing college football. Like, damn, that's crazy. And then I was like, wait, that guy's still in college? Like Van Wilder.
Oh man, JJ McCarthy. So
JJ is really interesting, right? I didn't expect to be in this situation at all.
Me either.
At all. I'm kind of team Odunze right now. I don't know if it's this 7% IPA I'm halfway finished with right now, but after not eating much today, but I might be team Rome. Dude, how often do you think of the Roman Empire? I think of the Roman Empire and Rome
the Dunze. That's what Roman Empire.
Palace, Rome. Come on, dude. Vegas. I think it might be my guy right now. But I like art. I like everybody. I like everybody right now. Penix was the one I was scared of. I like everybody on the board right now.
Right now we're at a pretty damn good spot.
Pretty good spot. Yeah, pretty good spot.
I like where they're at but the Bears take Odunze or no? I didn't see it.
Well,
they haven't picked yet.
The pick is. It looks like the pick will be in right now. They haven't traded down either. That's the thing. I thought they were going to trade down from this spot because they don't have a lot of picks.
So does JJ go to? All right, we got Matt back. Welcome back, Matt. It's gotten crazy.
Thanks for heading to the Falcons war room to draft Michael Penix. So
I know, right? I was going to say all that talking about Penix to the 13, and he goes at 8 ahead of JJ McCarthy. Wow.
So yeah, now we're looking at the possibility of JJ McCarthy. Now, Matt, look at the possibility of JJ. But they'd have to literally trade with the Jets like right now.
Yeah, and Minnesota's picking up the phone and doing the same thing. Minnesota's.
Yeah, the Jets might like what's there though. The Jets got to win now. So, I mean, would the Jets pass on Bowers or Odunze? Provided that the Bears don't pick him right now.
Yeah, but if the Bears take Odunze right now, or they don't.
Yeah,
they take somebody else, or let's say they take a tackle, which is not crazy, right? I don't know who their left tackle is, but I know who their right tackle is. Left tackle, I have no idea who that guy is.
Tevin Jenkins is right.
No, it's the dude from Utah State. He's just Braxton Jones, I think is that his name.
Oh, yes, Braxton Jones.
He's decent, but he's like not like you can do better kind of deal.
Sure, no, it's not enough to stop you from taking somebody like that. No, I mean, yeah, and for them, they might. I mean, what's stopping them from taking Dallas Turner or Jared Verse either?
All right, the Vikings traded to
Do
10.
that too.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, the Vikings traded to 10 with the Jets. There goes JJ. So the Raiders aren't getting any of these quarterbacks.
Okay. No.
Wow.
All right, I'm fine with that. I was kind of, to be honest, dude.
Bo Nix?
Oh, what if they did? But then
At
the
44.
Broncos will take, if JJ or Bo Nix falls to the Broncos, they're not going to pass.
Watch my mock our third mock draft be right. Whatever that took 25 to do, and Bo Nix. Watch that one. That's the one that's gonna be right. Not my last one. Oh, we'll see. Because I think people like Fuaga, and people really like him. I think he's gonna like Troy Fautanu over Fuaga if they went tackle.
Yeah, Roma Dunze.
Oh, Roma Dunze.
The Bears. That's a good pick for them. I mean, that's. I mean, God, you'd hate to be a Carolina fan right now, man. I know that's not their pick, but it's like, you know, the Bears. You just helped the Bears get Roma Dunze and Caleb Williams in the same draft. Ugh,
disgusting.
It's rough. It's really rough.
But like I said, if Caleb Williams cannot throw 4,000 yards with Roma Dunze, DJ Moore, and Cole Kemet, then it's the Bears. I'm not. I'm sorry. That's a Bears thing because, like he should have a damn good year next year, in my opinion. I think they should be good. Like he's going in there. He's number one pick. He's got talent around him. It's like probably the greatest situation you've seen a number one draft pick going to, like maybe ever, right?
Mm-hmm.
He should be good. Like he should look like a top 15 guy next year, in my opinion, because he has.
Their defense still needs a little bit of work, but like that's again, yeah. I mean, Bryce Young went to a Carolina Panthers that was like a graveyard team last year, so it's and even Trevor Lawrence, the team Trevor Lawrence went to, wasn't that good. You know, Joe Burrow, they weren't good until they got Chase. You know, it's all there.
Oh yeah, Keenan Allen too. They got
they get Keenan Allen.
Yeah, so the Bears have Keenan Allen, DJ Moore, and Roma Dunze and Cole Kemet.
Yeah,
and they got pretty good.
And DeAndre Swift at running back.
It's like, is he a free agent? What kind of shit is that for a rookie, man?
No, it's not. It's not bad.
It's a pretty damn good situation for a rookie, like a number one pick. Like usually, you're Trevor Lawrence going to the Jags, right? With like, I don't even know who his wide receivers were his first year. You know?
Yeah. So JJ's got to be going here, right? I mean, that's it's JJ. I don't think Bo Nix is a first round pick, but if you got 5 quarterbacks going in the top 10,
if they want, like if you want a quarter, like if you feel like you need a quarterback, you have to take one now. Like you have to take Bo Nix now.
But Denver doesn't have a second round pick either because they traded it for Sean Payton. So they don't really have a chance to wait for Bo Nix to drop. I mean, they might take a trade back, but then you're also risking, like, because their quarterback, they have Ben DiNucci, Jared Stidham, and Zach Wilson as their quarterbacks right now.
Yeah,
like I don't know how you go into the season with that. I mean, you'd say people can cry about the Raiders quarterback situation. It's exponentially better than what they got going on over there.
Yeah. I just realized too the Vikings only moved up one spot, so I got to think that Denver or the Raiders were going to trade with the Jets if they just got outbid. So they don't, obviously. Why wouldn't Minnesota make that move if they didn't think that they weren't worried about it?
I just don't know if the Raiders really want a quarterback as much as like the league wants them to take one.
I think they like Aiden, man. People don't want to admit that, but I think they like him.
And just to me, there's a lot of really good talent in this draft that you're passing over for the picked over quarterback thing that you would trade up for. Like it's a picked over quarterback group.
Now, see, my thing is, I mean, a defensive player has not been drafted yet, right? Am I missing something?
It's been O-line, wide receivers, and quarterbacks.
Okay. So the Raiders are going to have a chance at whoever the best defensive player is on their board. And that's going to be interesting to see, too. I think that's going to be a sneaky part of this pick because, I mean, Dallas Turner, Jared Verse, all those guys are there. Do they do that? Do they go luxury that way? Do I take Dallas Turner or do I take Jared Verse because they're probably top 10 talents in any other draft?
I don't hate it. I don't hate any of those. All of those sound good. Latu's the one I'm a little scared of because of the medical, but he might just fall.
Yeah, my question is, unless they're going to really push Tyree Wilson inside like more often, like because even if Malcolm Kuntz doesn't resign, like the hope would be that Tyree would be able to take over that starting spot. So that would be my only thing. Like,
well, and here's my counter to that: Tom Telesco didn't draft Tyree Wilson. Maybe he has
Also
a
true.
horrible evaluation. What if he was like, bro,
Yeah,
I had
he
this,
doesn't
this
like
guy sucks. Like, what, you
That
know
is
what I
true.
mean? I don't think he saw. I actually am higher on Tyree Wilson than most people,
Yeah,
but Tom
yeah.
Telesco might have been like, dude, I had that guy as like a 3rd round pick.
Yeah, he's like this year's. He's like the new version of Leatherwood, where the new regime just comes in and gives up on him a year.
First move, first order of business. I think they're going to use it fine, but I still don't think it stops you. It's the defensive line. I mean, it could be Byron Murphy. I mean, they could just take Byron Murphy. They could take Jerzon Newton. All these guys are fine with me. I don't even think any of them are really reaches either. Like, because but to me, I'm going to guess right now it's Quinyon Mitchell. That's just my guess right now. But I think they're going to want I think Telesco's a very like PFF kind of like BPA style guy where it's like, well, I could choose between cornerback 1 or tackle 3, or the way those people weigh that stuff out. I think Telesco kind of weighs it out that way. Mm-hmm.
I think this year offensive tackle 3 or 2 is better than or 3. Yeah, I guess because I forgot about alt is better than quarterback 1, but
yeah,
we'll see. I mean,
no, right.
The slide for Fuaga is interesting right now.
It's my guy, dude. That's my guy. People,
you thought Fuaga would be taken by now?
I kind of thought he'd go to the Chargers, or like the Chargers would trade back here with Minnesota and take him. So
he's not that big. I think a lot of teams get scared because he's not like a big dude, like massive dude. But at the end of the day, dude, you could put some weight on that guy. Like, and he's
still like 325, 330, right?
Yeah, but a lot of people are saying he's just not that. Like, I don't know. That's just me. Because
he's like 6'6". He is like 6'5" or something like that. 6'6".
Yeah.
I had him in my mind. I mean, I would love to have Fuaga as a Raider. I mean, like I would love it, but I think it's Mitchell. That's just me.
I'm trying to pull up the PFF draft board here so maybe we could figure it out since he's got the help from Steve Palazzo over there.
Yeah, Steve Palazzolo really tipped that off that Tom Telesco and him are in cahoots about his draft model. They say that he said that on accident and on a live stream once. And
they're super high on Cooper DeJean. God damn.
Yeah.
That's Trevor Sikkema though. That's Trevor Sikkema loves that dude. What if they throw us all for a loop and go with the white corner? Oh. Dude, did you see his dunk highlights from basketball the other day?
Yeah, I saw that.
Oh, he was getting He was getting up. Like, he's like, I could beat Caitlin Clark. He's like, I'm the best basketball player. I kind of like this guy. It's like, but I don't. My thing is to me is like, are you paying Nate Hobbs? Because isn't he going to be kind of more that Nate Hobbs role if you draft him?
No, he's more of an outside guy. He's just more like
He's going to stay at outside.
He's either that or going to be safety. Yeah. He's not that quick in and out of his break, so I don't think he'd be great in the slot. But he's a little bigger. Yeah,
he might play with the role like Patrick Graham had for like Julian Love. We kind of just moved him all around, which I thought he was gonna do with Nate Hobbs, but he didn't do that. He might play that role a little bit.
I think he tried to do that with Nate Hobbs and found out Nate Hobbs can't cover outside.
No, he sure can't. No, Nate Hobbs is playing where he should be playing, and I think they're going to pay him. I think he fits what Pierce wants to do, and I think they're going to pay him pretty soon. So I just my guess, but that's the only reason Cooper DeJean. But if Cooper DeJean's an outside corner, I don't know. I would have trouble passing over Arnold and Mitchell for him. I know Matt's a little lower on Mitchell from his tape. I still think Mitchell's pretty damn good. And I mean, correct me if I'm wrong. Wouldn't Mitchell's kind of being good in zone help what the Raiders do?
Yeah, he's also 189 pounds. So I mean, that's the biggest thing for Tom Telesco.
Yeah, it's true.
He's 189. Is he?
This is the Vikings pick.
Oh, I thought he said a different name. He's talking about the girl.
Yeah, they drafted that little ass kid. Yeah, jeez. Yeah, traded up for him.
How long does Patrick? This is a question. Good question. Is he the next Jason Sehorn? I mean, I think he will be.
Gonna be the first starter.
Exactly. Jason Sehorn with the Giants was good. Jason Sehorn with the Rams was not good.
How long does Patrick Graham stick around? I mean, probably
until somebody hires him as a head coach. I think he's a heck of a defensive coordinator.
Yeah.
He had 2 interviews, right? I think he had like a second interview with somebody. Was it Seattle? Somebody else? Yeah, that Patrick Graham. I thought he had like 2. He had like a second interview with somebody.
Yeah. I think Seattle and I forgot who else. All right, JJ McCarthy went to 10.
Yeah.
So, we were lied to.
JJ just felt like a Viking this whole time. Like, it just, to me, I just pictured like the uniform on him.
Yeah.
He's got the high pants too. He's got that high cutoff NBA style outfit. I don't love it, dude.
No.
Dodged a bullet there.
Yeah, I think we
could have been friends. We could have been friends, JJ. I don't know what to say. Vikings aren't going to provide you a me, so I don't know if you're going to be good.
Mm-mm. No Zen Master. They're going to have a Zen Master in Minnesota.
Yeah, if you don't have your Zen Master, dude, I don't really know what's going to happen there in Minnesota. But my buddy's a Vikings fan. My buddy Ryan the Lion, shout out to him on Twitter. He was a team never JJ. So
yeah,
I might have to call him.
I mean, if people are in the comments going to tip picks, can I tip picks?
Well, yeah, that's the thing. I think they wanted us to stop.
Okay, they want us to stop.
But I don't know. I mean, look, whatever you want to do. Whatever you want. So,
because I know who's picking that. Because it just makes us have conversation here too. That's why we should tip picks. Because now I got to sit and wait.
Hey, it's your stream. It was only one guy that said that, and it was my burner account. So,
yeah, that's true. That's true. So yeah, everybody's saying it's Olu to the Jets.
That's what they're saying.
Mm-hmm. Olu to the Jets online. I mean, I saw it already, but my Penix shock.
The Penix thing is out of this world right now.
Just don't tip the Raiders pick. Okay, I got you. All right,
that's fair. No, we got to live react to that. We have to
I am not gonna. As soon as the Raiders on the clock, I will put the phone down.
We gotta watch it live, like
as a family. We got 1,000 people in here today, guys. Right now, 1,000
right now. Damn. Is that a TDL live stream record?
Yes.
Cheers to everybody. If you're here for the first time, you need to hit the subscribe button. Subscribe.
Yeah, man. This is nuts. We got 1,000 people in here. This is my first time putting it on Twitter, so I'm like, I'm doing that all the time. This is my new thing. I was like, let me try that because I might as well make that announcement here. I mean, guys, we're getting an actual kind of like a sponsor type of thing. I don't know if it's not really like a sponsor, but we're joining a podcast group called College Football Dogs, and they're gonna start our Pro Football Dogs, and we're gonna be doing the Raiders stuff for them. So it's gonna be like bigger, kind of more shows from us, more production and stuff like that. So they're gonna put some. I say it's like an investment type of thing. So we're gonna have lots more shows. It's gonna be a whole different bunch of platforms that we're gonna be doing. So so that's kind of the announcement. It's a little bit of announcement. So exciting. So yeah, I'm excited about that because hopefully we get some ads and they're gonna help us get some cool interviews. So we're gonna be doing more cool stuff like that, more interviews, more with especially in season. In season, this should be going off, like us getting interviews, us talking to journalists, all that type of stuff. So yeah, the channel's gonna keep growing, man. So it's gonna be exciting, man. To
Brogan, so I'm just gonna say this right now. Brogan Roback of Max Crosby's podcast does follow me on Twitter. Okay. I don't know why, but he does.
Okay.
We're gonna get Max, dude. I'm gonna annoy him. We're gonna get Max.
Okay. All right, man. All right, man.
Max. This year, that's the goal. We're gonna get Max.
Yeah, I mean the one guy that they said they're trying to get for us, and hopefully they get it. I'm not gonna say his name, but
no, don't say his name. This is something I just thought of right now. There's no plans for Max Crosby, but I'm gonna be an insane person to make it happen.
Yeah. So yeah, like I said, it's gonna be just cooler stuff, guys. Mainly better production. That's what I'm hoping for. That's what we're gonna get some production. We're supposed to get a production guy. So
Mexico, shout out Mexico.
What's the conversion rate for that?
I don't think it's high. Yeah. Yeah. I think it's like yen. Yeah. I don't know.
I'm sorry, guys.
Oh man. So you said Olu to the Jets? That's what they're doing?
Olu to the Jets. We got Olu to the Jets right there. Yep. So make a big low-key big announcement. Yeah, I mean it's pretty big. I mean it starts May 1st, so we're starting working with those guys.
Very cool.
And doing that stuff. But I mean we're not doing anything different. I'm gonna just say that. We're not doing anything different. You're getting the same shows, same shit, same membership shit. Dude. It's just It's gonna be the same thing. You know what I mean? It's like Larry June getting like a record deal. Say it like that. It's like it's not Larry June.
Oh yeah. That's a good one. Good one.
Like it's just like he's getting a little help, right? But it's not like the full machine. You know what I mean? Because who knows what the full machine would want? They would want us to like kind of who knows about that?
They would tell you to get rid of Glenn Rockney.
You got to get rid of Glenn.
Yeah, I see some. In the same way they say that Alex Leatherwood's your starting tackle when they take the new GM job. They say I see some fat we can trim. A lot of fans in the comments are very scared of taking Bo Nix right now.
I see that. Somebody's asked about Edge. That's what I was talking about too. Edge. That could be interesting. I don't know. It's a secret interview BD about BD's hunting turkey with a bow and arrow right now. That's what he's doing.
Is he really?
Yeah, he's a pretty good shot too, man. I should post it. Pretty good shot, man. Pretty good shot.
You should just live stream that, dude. Yeah,
right. Knicks. There's no way. No, the Broncos took Knicks.
Well, that doesn't shock me. I mean, that's been one of the most mocked and I mean mocked in a way predicted, right? Like it's been one of the most.
The first time since 1983 we got 6 quarterbacks, so these guys got a lot to live up to.
Well, now guys, let's put our devices away here. So
here we go. Devices away, guys. Everybody, devices
in. They picked him quick too.
Where'd you see Knicks?
On Twitter.
Yeah. The pick's already in. I mean, on my broadcast.
Twitter already has the Raiders pick right now. I can tell you right now. Okay. Twitter already has the Raiders pick. I'm not gonna look.
Wow.
Did you see it?
Ooh.
Did you see it though?
No, I didn't look.
Okay, I was gonna say I want the live. We gotta get the live reaction.
I'm not looking at it. We're good. So, but all right, let's go over possibilities here. So, basically, this is whoever is their best player on their board at this point. The best player on their board. This could be anybody, bro. This could be anybody. Like
I am. Let's all predict it. Let's all predict it right now. I think it's Quinyon Mitchell.
You think it's Quinyon Mitchell?
Yeah. What do you think?
I'm gonna go. I'm gonna stick with Fontenot.
Fontenot, yeah.
Did somebody just tell us? It's
no. I'm closing I'm putting a private chat window up right now. I don't even want to see the comment. No, sir. I don't even want to know. Matt, who do you think it is?
I think it's gonna be Fuaga, especially now that Nix is gone. That's my prediction. I'm gonna have to top off here in a second, fellas, because I got to do some writing real quick for the Raiders pick. But yeah, I'll leave you with that. My prediction is Fuaga.
Okay,
we'll see.
All right, man. Fellas. All right, man. Take care.
See you. All right, man. I think people are tipping it already. I think.
No, I'm not looking. I'm closing the private.
You went private.
I went private chat. I don't want to see it, dude. I don't want to see it. Don't tell me. I don't even.
I'm not telling you,
dude. I'm gonna close this window. I'm gonna like go to like just like some random Wikipedia page right now, so I don't even see you right now. Like, let me see. I don't want to see any of this. I am like I think this is the pinnacle of draft content. Is not
because exactly. Also, we're just getting the best player on the board. That's what I kind of like about this.
You know.
6 quarterbacks going is crazy.
And I will say this. I trust Tom Telesco to not be weird right now. You know what I mean? Don't be weird. Don't do anything. Don't like try to be different.
Because it's like picking top 5 in my opinion. Because there's 6 quarterbacks in there, right?
If you're
and only 6 of their players.
I honestly don't think he was on the phone like that either, trying to get quarterbacks. I really don't. I think he was just like going, okay, here's the market for quarterbacks. That is just way too inflated right now. I don't want to, risk future assets trying to get a guy that I'm not in love with, just so we have fill a position. And so podcasts talk well about, what we did in the draft. I'm going to try to go get a blue chip player. And that's what they can do right now is they can get a blue chip player at pick 13, which isn't always the case in every draft. I personally think Fuaga is a blue chip player. Mitchell, I think he's almost there, but I just think that is the pick. Fuaga would make me extremely happy if that's what they do. And then, wide receiver's not really there right now with Odunze gone. I don't know that I do Brian Thomas Jr. I don't know that I go there, but I would understand it if they did, but that's not something I would do. And there's
That-
there's a
that would
lot.
be great.
Yeah,
That would
Jared
be
Verse
really
is another one too. If they drafted him, I'd be okay with it. I think what Matt brought up was an interesting point, like as far as that. But to me, I just want defensive line is like pitching in baseball. When you think you have enough, a guy gets injured, a guy isn't good, a guy needs to get paid that you don't necessarily want to pay, and you just need to always have that next guy.
So it could be Dallas Turner.
Or was he predicting the pick? Make sure you.
I mean, I think he's predicting the pick. I think he's saying it's Dallas Turner.
Yeah, I don't know. Dallas Turner, you have to have a plan for him. I feel like, and I don't. And Patrick Graham's a very smart coordinator, so perhaps you do. I wouldn't hate it at all. I just think Verse is one of those like scheme guys.
The TV's way too behind Twitter. That's what pisses me off about watching this, because I want to go to Twitter so bad, and I'm trying to hold. Trying to hold back.
Yeah, I know. They got to find a way to sync it up, dude. Because TV just. Well, the thing is TV is slower than fiber optic stuff, and it's slower than radio.
And they're slower than agents.
Right. That's the thing. When their guy gets drafted, they want to celebrate. Yeah. No, you're right. It's they got the call. And
also the show of the draft, like Roger Goodell's doing this show shit. And they're probably like doing like some kind of dance right now or playing some music.
Yeah. Are you scared of Bo Nix on the Broncos at all? No, that's the thing. That was my thing with Nix and Penix. It wasn't that I hated them, but I was trying to think if my division rival drafted them, would I be scared? And the answer is no. Like, really not.
No.
So that's the thing. God, what if they go Brock Bowers?
Bro. Now that would be crazy.
It would be crazy, but like I'm kind of down. You play him in the slot, dude. I would just play him in the slot. Let him get out. I don't think they will, but they also, I don't know. What if they trade down? What if somebody trades up for Brock Bowers and you trade down? I wouldn't hate that either. But yeah, Bowers is such a chess piece that the right guy needs to get. So we got a new quarterback in the division.
Raiders are on the clock here, guys.
Woo! God, I get excited for this every year, man. And we are the worst first round drafting team.
It's about to be a problem here, guys. But we're all right, guys. So just hopefully we get something good.
I feel confident. When Penix got picked by Atlanta, I said this is going the way I need it to go. It is. Yeah. It is. And let's go with the Chargers. He took a lot of like just obvious picks. It was just like, yeah, that's what you do there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm excited here. I'm excited a little because they just have so many choices, man. It's just they can go anywhere. Like if they like Dallas Turner, they could take Dallas Turner. If
and Pierce loves Arnold. You can tell Pierce loves Arnold, and maybe Telesco just goes, I love Terrion Arnold. I have issues with Arnold's speed, but he does play damn good football. So it's I don't know. Mitchell and Arnold are pretty close, 1A, 1B. So there's really not a pick that would make me like livid, angry right now.
Because that's interesting. We're talking about picks on here, or like defensive, offensive. I mean, they're getting a lower tier offensive player than they would get a defensive player. You know what I mean? So they're getting a top level offensive player more than they're getting a kind of high level offensive guy. So it's going to be super interesting to see what they do here. But
no, I agree. You really like who's gone on defense right now?
Oh, people, guys, don't tip it. Are you tipping it? Are we getting tipped?
Don't look, Marcus. Don't look.
I'm looking.
Don't look. How many defensive players have gone right now?
See, people are don't look lit. I mean,
I'm not
you can look.
I don't have the chat window open. I'm serious. Like I'm not. This isn't a game. Pick is in. The pick is in.
All right, man.
The pick is
ready?
Are you ready
for
it already? I know you saw.
I saw. Yeah, I did. Are you ready for this?
Yeah, sure.
Are you ready?
Yeah, I don't even want.
I want to see your reaction. I'm watching your reaction.
I'm blocking you out with a beer right now. Like I don't even want to look at you for this pick because I want to. Man, nobody can make me as mad as Alex Leatherwood and Cleveland Farrell. So I just know I can't be as mad. So let's let us see. Pick is in. They're gonna announce it.
Are you ready? I mean, they kind of started fast too. I just want to talk about how fast.
No, somebody was there that they were like, hell yeah.
I'm gonna tell you this, Glenn. Just your hint is that obviously Tom Telesco is a board follower.
Yeah. Okay. So it's not a reach.
Yeah, it's not a reach. He's
Okay.
a board follower.
Okay, that's fine. That's all I need to know. Thank you. You like it.
Like he's a board follower.
Okay. All right. No, it's fine with me. I'm a board. I'm just like a.
It's a board thing. This is literally.
I like that.
Okay, who is at the top of my board?
The Raiders. He's a consensus board follower, kind of in a sense too. Like where it's like, I take the guy that's. Yeah, I got you. No, it's what I've hated about the Raiders is that they're operating on like a different hemisphere as everybody else.
Mm-hmm.
Here we go, Roger Goodell walking to the stage. Wow. I don't hate it. No, I don't. I mean that hey man, I don't hate it. No, he's gonna play slot, dude. They're gonna line him up in the slot,
bro. But I'm just thinking. So basically, they're gonna pay 12 personnel because really he's Travis Kelce, and to me with this pick, all right, I'm gonna talk about it. To me with this pick tells me that they're rolling with Aiden O'Connell because where's Aiden O'Connell throw the ball best, right? Quick inside, right? So they're gonna be playing a quick passing short game up the seams. They don't have any big arm quarterbacks, so they're not gonna try to throw down the field. When they do throw down the field, it's gonna be the seams.
Yeah. Dude, I kind of love it. I'm not gonna lie, dude. It's like I didn't expect it, and you're right. It's a board follower. It was probably the best player available. Like it probably was. Like if you just were picking a team, I'm kind of excited because I look. I'm wearing a Michael Mayer jersey right now. This is number 87. I don't think that's. I think they're gonna move him around. You have to get creative, and it's Luke Getsy, right? What are you going to do with this? There are lots of weapons on this team. What are you going to do to be creative to where I can have all of these guys playing at the same time? And it's on to him. And Brock Bowers is not a blocker. He's not. I mean, you'll do the deep dive, so you can correct me there. But dude, this guy, you put the ball in his hands, he's going to make plays. And the Raiders don't have yak on this team. Remember when I picked Malachi Corley last mock draft? I said, who's the yak guy on this team?
So the yak guy right now, I mean, Brock Bowers.
Brock Bowers. That's what I'm saying. There is a guy that you can throw the ball to when it's 3rd and 5. You can throw it short of the sticks, and he will get you the first down. And he's a red zone monster.
So I know I see a lot of people upset about it in the comments, and I get why you're upset because Raiders, and this is what I thought. I remember we talked about this the longest that they're going to draft somebody that's going to upset us. That's going to be a great player, right? It's a great player that's going to upset us, and that's what this is, right? It's not. I wouldn't say it's the greatest pick in the world, right? Because it just doesn't. It's not what they need technically, but obviously Tom Telesco has a formula he's going to follow, and he's going to take the best player available on his board, right? So to even have Brock Bowers on your board, right? You know, who would have they taken, right? I mean, to me, this kind of tells me that they're not taking Michael Penix, right?
Yeah, no, that's okay.
Or maybe he wasn't expecting Bowers to fall to him, right?
No,
let's start there.
Exactly. It's one of those ones. And look, to say they don't have a need for it is weird. And Raider fans are like, we have a need here. You need to take a corner here. That's gotten them in so much trouble the last few years of we got to take a corner because we need a corner. Guess what, dude? The Raiders aren't really that good of a football team for the last 20 years. They need talent is what they need. And I like the roster more than I have in teams of years past. But Brock Bowers, look, he's scheme dependent, I will say. And this is Luke Getsy, like, you have to make this work. That is my one thing. But it's not the same thing as drafting Kyle Pitts 4th overall. They're different players. Like Brock Bowers is a guy that I play in the slot a little bit. I play him at tight end. I just find a way to get him the ball. They need playmakers, man. Like they need playmakers. And I don't know what he's going to weigh in at. I don't know what he's going to run, but dude, I'm telling you, the pride of Napa Valley. He's from Napa Valley, California, dude. Shout out to Napa Valley. They're probably drinking hella wine right now, dude.
The only thing with Brock Bowers, Brock Bowers is his issues probably is a little bit of blocking and those type of things. But as a wide receiver, player, playmaker, everything else, I do think his hands are a little suspect a little bit, but he's a fucking stud. Okay. It's hard for me to kind of push that. This dude is he's a fucking stud. He's like him and Michael Mayer at tight end. I don't know how that's going to work or what they're going to do, but I feel like that it's going to be more like a Travis Kelce thing where they're going to be playing 12 personnel all the time. And he's going to be the inside guy and they're going to have Myers. To me, it's more bad for Trey Tucker. You're like, or those type of players. It's gonna be bad for those type of guys more than anything else because you're gonna have Devontae, him, Michael Mayer, and Jacoby Myers just going in circles, basically all over the field. Then you can run reverses with Brock Bowers.
Yeah,
you can. You can do screens. You could do all these things with him. So, yeah.
He's a movable chess piece. It's not. I think fans are saying like they might go tight end in the first round. I don't view him as like a tight end. Like I don't view him as like drafting a tight end. Michael Mayer is a tight end. That's what he plays. But like Brock Bowers is just a pass catcher. So again, it's up to your offensive coordinator to make this work. But if you can't, then that says a lot about Luke Getsy, right? Because he's a stud. This guy's a stud. This is not a reach. The pick is not a reach. It's just not a need, is what the Raider is.
It's not a reach at all.
That's what I mean. Like Raider fans are saying new GM, same results. I've seen that in the comments a million times. No, that's not true. That's a reach would be them taking Kingsley Suamaitai or whatever at 13. That's what Mike Mayock would do.
This is not a reach. This is
Chris Braswell. Chris Braswell at 13 overall. That's something that like Mike Mayock would do because he's like Alabama stud, defensive end, stud kid, like the more than Turner. Like that's what they would do. They've drafted a really good player. Raider fans are just like, we don't need that. And I will tell you right now, Telesco said it in his draft last year. And I'm saying this right now because I got to hop off in a second. But he said, I draft for 3 to 4 years down the road. I don't know if Devontae Adams is on this team in 3 years. I don't know if Jacoby Myers is on this team in 3 years. And I don't know. Michael Mayer should be. But after that, you're going to have Brock Bowers on a cheap rookie contract. So that's all I'm going to say. So on that note, Raider Nation, I really want to go get a corner of offensive tackle in the second round. I think there's going to be guys there. They're not all going to be starters. Your draft is not to fill holes for this year. It's to get cheap, good talent for the next 4 years. So on that note, guys, I hate to leave you by yourself, Marcus, but I do got to go.
You're good. You're good, man.
It's been a fun draft. I'm happy. So see you guys later.
All right, guys. So, I know you guys some of your thoughts on here about Brock Bowers. Brock Bowers is the Raiders tight end, right? He's new Raiders tight end, or what I'll say, like flex tight end? Is that what we call it? Right. So we'll see. I mean, I don't even know who they're going to draft in the second round. We can't take a quarterback in the second round. There's Roger Rosengarten out there. If defensive players start getting drafted eventually, right? I mean, they have to start getting drafted eventually. There's still right tackles out there that can get. But yeah, I see people say mid-ass pick. See, the thing is, it's not a mid pick. You can't say that. You just can't say that. It just doesn't fill a need. It doesn't fill a need, right? That's the thing. Brock Bowers does not fill a need. I keep calling Powers. Brock Bowers. Yeah, I'm already messing up his names. Welcome to Raider Nation. Right? But Brock Bowers is a damn stud. Okay. So whatever we're saying here, whatever we're talking about, if you didn't like it or not, this dude is a damn stud. He was looked at as a top 5 pick. People thought he could go to the Chargers at 5. So I think this is more surprise to Telesco himself and more than and it ends up being a surprise to us because Telesco's surprised that he's there. So I mean, that's really the thing with it, man. So and then the Saints take Fuaga right after. So right, gets to go play over there with Derek. Yeah. So to get a guy who everybody has like top 5 or whatever, Dan Jeremiah had him at 7, all those things. I don't think it's that crazy at that point in time to like, kind of get upset about it. I don't think you should be upset about it. You could be like, I guess you could be mad that they didn't feel a need at right tackle. But yeah, is he the next Darren Waller? I mean, honestly, he probably will be better than Darren Waller. I think he's more Travis Kelce because you got to look at Brock Bowers. He could do everything. Like he can run every route. There's not a route he can run. There's not a route he can't run. He can take reverses. I mean, he didn't run, but we saw him run past SEC players. It wasn't like he's like not playing with, playing against the worst competition in the world. He's playing against some of the best players that are out there. So, you say you have Michael Mayer, but I feel like this is more of a luxury pick, right? I mean, this is a luxury thing. You can move these guys around. There's pieces that you can play with. I still think Michael Mayer is going to be a good player for this team, regardless. And, I still think, if Bowers isn't like ready to go, you can start Michael Mayer on first down. You can move them around. There's a lot of things you can do if you have the great mindset, right, to kind of do these things around. But yeah, it's going to be interesting, man. I mean, I'm a little shocked. I'm just shocked at you guys. I'm not gonna lie to you, but we did get to the point where like it was the best players on the board. I mean, that's really is going to do it. The hip drop rule. That's a good question. Maybe. Yeah, it's a possibility. I still think the hip drop is not going to get called until like what? Like after games. I don't think they're going to call it during the season yet. Maybe next year. Yeah. I still think Mayer's a stud. I still think that I don't think if he didn't get hurt, maybe his injury issue is still an issue too. I mean, that's something we didn't think about. He did finish the year. He didn't finish the year, playing what? I think he missed like the last 4 games, I believe. So that could be an issue too. I mean, we don't know what's wrong with him. I mean, so it could be that type of thing, but I don't think this has really anything to do with anybody except Brock Bowers fell to Tom Telesco. I think that's all this is. I wouldn't read into really anything else. I don't think you should read into any other players. You should just read into Brock Bowers fell to 13, and he took him. That's basically it. I mean, they like to run 2 tight ends. I wouldn't such say they need 2 tight ends. You know what I mean? So, yeah, it'll be interesting for that with that one. Literally, I watched a lot of film because I watched like every Georgia player, so I've watched a lot of Brock Bowers, and like I said, he's a stud. He can do everything, man. Contested catches, one-handed catches. I mean, that's what I'm saying. They can move all these guys around too. I mean, there's a lot of possibilities of them moving. Mayer around. You can move Brock Bowers around. You can go 13 personnel and have Bowers and Mayer out there, right? And because Mayer can win outside too. I think Mayer was underutilized last year until he got hurt. But those are the type of things you have. You could do that. You could do 13 personnel with them, right? And have another tight end in there, and then have those 2 outside, and do 3 wide. You could have Devontae Adams, Brock Bowers, and Michael Mayer. I'm telling you, there's a lot of things they could do that create matchups, especially with some of these skinny linebackers that are in the division with the Raiders. I mean, there's not like, you got like Nick Bolton's and some of those guys, but if you could spread them out, get a guy one-on-one with Brock Bowers, it's done. It's done. What's his comp? I like Travis Kelce because somebody asked, can he block? I'm going to say he's willing. He's willing. I would say Michael Mayer is a better blocker coming out. He's willing, right? So, yeah, you can move him around. I think that's the thing. I think with personnel-wise, you can really mess with teams with Brock Bowers because, like I said, he's basically a wide receiver, man. That's the thing. He is basically a wide receiver. I wouldn't look at him as a full-on tight end per se, because he's to me, when I watch him on film, he moves like a wide receiver. He plays like a wide receiver. He gets open like one. Yeah, he can play, man. How old is Brock Bowers? Let's see. Brock Bowers, he's 21 years old. Brock Bowers is 21. So, I mean, yeah, I mean, at this point, yeah, I guess, man, we don't know. I don't know what he's gonna do, man. He's obviously just gonna take who's the best player aboard second round. Because that's the thing. So, I mean, this is where we can criticize Telesco a little bit, right? And we criticize his time with the Chargers. And if you want to criticize him about something, I would look at it like this, right? Now the Raiders still have a hole at right tackle. Like, sure, we have a great player coming in, and he's going to help this team, and maybe help the team score points. But they got a hole at right tackle still. So sure, we got Brock Bowers, and it's great. I love it. Great pick, right? Love it. But you know what I'm saying? We don't have a right tackle right now. Unless they like Thayer Munford, which is a thing. They could like Thayer Munford too. Because he's there. They could like, Dalton Wagner. They could like those guys and give him a chance. So, maybe this is more a sign of Thayer Munford than anything else. So, yeah, it looks like it is AOC season. Could the Raiders be looking at signing Dak? I mean, I hope they would if that was a thing. It just depends how much money they want to give him, though. Dak might be too expensive. Let's see how Dak plays this year first. All right. Yeah, they got another freaking track star. Yeah, basically. You got it right, Lyncho. They got another damn track star. Right? Man, there's so many people in here. 1,300. This is crazy. They're a good O-line in the second round. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Maybe Rosengarten could drop. I see somebody talk about that. He's there. Those guys. Or I talk about Dalton Wagner a little bit. Yeah, less double teaming, less shadowing. Yeah. Yeah, you know what I mean? So, yeah. So that's what I'm saying. Maybe they like the air Munford, man. Relost that Rattler and Prattville. Yeah, seriously. I might start doing that, man, for sure. Because I don't know, man. That's what I'm saying. And that's what I think. I think he is Kelsey, man. I really do. I really feel like he's Kelsey here. And have any defensive players gone yet? Oh, just Latu. Is he the first one? At 15. Man. Yeah, maybe. What do I think is Sam Webb? I think Sam Webb is he's gonna be fighting for a spot. I forgot he's still on the team, so he's definitely gonna be fighting for a spot. Yeah, man. I mean, maybe trade it first round. Maybe that's still a possibility here. I don't know. I don't know if they're gonna do that. I don't know how aggressive they are gonna be this draft. Obviously, they waited for Brock Bowers. You know what I mean? I mean, how aggressive are you really gonna be? You know what I'm saying? It's not gonna be that type of thing, But all right, let me see here. We got any other questions here? Because I might get out of here too, guys. I mean, we're at 2 hours here. We'll definitely be going live tomorrow. We're doing the same thing here, guys. If there's any questions, you guys want to roll off here? Xavier Howard is there. Yeah, I like Xavier Howard. COT at RB. Marcus, you think no defense drafted yet means? I think it's just a defense draft people didn't like. Like, there's a lot of guys that just. I thought the corners would go higher, but they didn't like a lot of these guys, man. To keep it real, they just didn't, man. They just didn't. Sanistril is a Telesco guy. He's like 5'9", 189. He might be a pick there wherever he goes. The way his defensive draft is going, man, they might be able to pick some of these guys in the third round. So yeah, yeah. I mean, yeah, that's true. I mean, our offense was pretty bad. Or Brock Bowers to the Chiefs, that would have been terrible. No problem, man. Hey, I'm here, you guys. 1,300, man. This is crazy. Just to let you know, you guys, this is wild. You guys show love like this. This is nuts. We got 1,300 in here watching. Crazy stuff. So really excited about this. Like I said, this is just the future, man. It's going to keep going, man. We're ready to get bigger and better than ever, guys. So Let me see. Do you think you'll target Pratt? Yeah. No. See, that's the thing too. Is these players are still there that they looked at, and Pratt, Spencer Rattler, those are the type of things, man. I would look at those guys. Yeah, and then Max Melton there's too. I really like Max Melton. He's a perfect fit for them. So there's still some good players. It was just interesting to see how this went, man. Yeah, and I really appreciate you guys I really appreciate you guys showing up for me here, guys. And 1350. But I'm gonna head out of here, guys. I got to do some writing too. I got to do some writing a little bit. But maybe like I said, tomorrow we'll be back on live. Going over day 3, probably a little bit after into the draft a little bit once the draft starts, because it's gonna be a lot slower. So once we get into that, we'll be going live tomorrow too, looking at those. Especially if it's not anybody with me, it'd probably just be me and maybe somebody else. I don't know. Maybe I'll find somebody else. So, but like I said, guys, hope you guys enjoyed it, man. 2 hours, good stuff. Like I said, 1300 is crazy, man. It's just nuts. I feel like I'm not showing any ass or anything. So this is awesome. So appreciate it, guys. Love it. I'm out of here.